For 10 seasons, Friends was the warmest, funniest, and most iconic show on television. Fans adored the tight bond of the six main cast members, a group that always seemed inseparable both on and off screen. But behind the laughter, behind the constant reruns, and behind the massive success of the show, a quieter and more painful truth followed Lisa Kudrow. Despite her brilliance and the unforgettable charm she brought to Phoebe Buffay, there was a period when she felt surprisingly isolated on the set of Friends. And the real reason behind that isolation is more emotional than fans ever imagined. From the very beginning, Lisa Kudrow stood out, not because she wanted to, but because she was genuinely different from the others. Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox were already a duo from day one. Both came from similar backgrounds, both were close in age, and both had already formed a fast friendship even before filming fully began. While the men had their own camaraderie, Kudrow often found herself on the outside looking in, not because she wasn't liked, but because she simply didn't fit the same mold. Kudrow has openly admitted over the years that she struggled with insecurities during the early seasons of the show. She felt she didn't look like the others, didn't dress like them, and didn't share the same Hollywood social world they came from. Even though fans loved her uniquely quirky humor, Kudrow privately believed she didn't belong. Those self-doubts made her withdraw socially, unintentionally creating emotional distance from the cast. There was also the issue of Phoebe Buffay, a character that stood apart from the others. While Rachel, Monica, and Ross were written as more polished, aspirational personalities, Phoebe was weird, unpredictable, and wonderfully offbeat. But Lisa Kudrow carried the pressure of being the odd one out, not just in character, but often in real life. She once said she would watch the others laughing together between takes and feel like she wasn't part of that world, even though her castmates adore her. But perhaps the deepest reason for her sense of isolation came from something fans never saw. Lisa Kudrow had a very different career journey than the rest of the cast. Everyone else had come from acting classes, TV pilots, and comedy training. Kudrow, however, had a degree in biology and never expected to become an actor at all. She entered the industry full of self-doubt, unsure whether she truly belonged. As Friends became a global phenomenon, that sense of emotional distance intensified. Kudrow was the most introverted of the group, often retreating to her dressing room rather than joining the constant buzz of activity between scenes. While Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox formed a sister-like bond, Kudrow remained more private, more guarded, and more careful with her personal space. This made her appear isolated, even when she wasn't actually being excluded. There were moments when the isolation hit hard. During the infamous salary renegotiations, Kudrow struggled with anxiety far more than the others. She feared rocking the boat or drawing attention to herself. And when she became pregnant during season 4, she worried she'd be seen as less committed to the show. All these insecurities compounded the emotional distance she already felt. But here's the truth that makes the story both heartbreaking and inspiring. Lisa Kudrow was never actually pushed away. She simply didn't know how deeply she was loved. Her castmates admired her intelligence, respected her boundaries, and believed she was one of the most talented comedic actresses they had ever worked with. In fact, David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston have repeatedly said that Kudrow was the one who made them break character the most because she was so naturally funny. In the later seasons, something changed. As Kudrow grew more confident and more comfortable in her own skin, the isolation melted away. She became deeply connected with her castmates, whom she now calls family. And in the years after Friends ended, she has remained close to every member of the cast. The real reason Lisa Kudrow seemed isolated wasn't cruelty, rejection, or drama. It was self-doubt. A quiet battle she fought privately, even as the world watched her shine. And today, fans know the truth. Lisa Kudrow wasn't just part of the Friends family. She was one of the hearts that kept it beating.